Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have another FTK for you. It's a 1.5 card Summoner Monk and any spell card combo. So shall we jump right in? Starting off, we just normal summon Summoner Monk, use its effect to summon Armageddon Knight. We're gonna use its effect to dump Malicious. We're gonna go ahead, banish Malicious to get another copy. Now dumping Malicious is important. You can't just dump something like a Silent Boots and get Shade Brigandine or something like that, because it specifically has to be Malicious for a reason I'll show later. We're gonna go into Isolde. We're gonna use its effect. Just to summon, cause why not? Really, you don't really need to search that much. We are not going to be summoning like Dark Greph or something. We are summoning Vision Hero Vion. Now what, well, first we get to use our Cursed Bamboo Sword that we sent to the graveyard to get search for Golden Bamboo Sword, and Vion would be activated as Chain Link 1 to dump Shadow Mist, and Shadow Mist when it hits the graveyard gets searched for Evil Hero Adusted Gold. We're going to use the Vion's effect to banish Shadow Mist and get search for Polymerization, and then we'll use Adusted Gold to get search for Dark Calling. Now we can go into a copy of Selene. Selene has 4 spells in the graveyard, 5 actually, so you don't really have to worry about counters. We're going to use its effect to retrieve our Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk will trigger, discarding the Golden Bamboo Sword and getting the summon for Shiranui Solitaire. Next, we can go ahead and use Shiranui Solitaire's effect, summoning a copy of Unizombie, and now Unizombie will trigger, dumping copy Mizuki to increase its level by 1, and then we'll use Mizuki's effect to summon a Shiranui Solitaire. Now, all of these are level 4, so we can overlay all of them into a big chungus of an Xyz Prime Matmeg Alambertian. In case you do not know what this thing does, if you can Xyz something it using any number of materials. If you Xyz something using 2 materials, you can search any Matmeg card. If you Xyz something using 3 materials, you can search any level 4 monster. And if you Xyz something using 4 materials, you can search any spell or trap. So I think you could, with searching any spell or trap, you could probably do some juicy things with you can do some pretty juicy things with generators, because then you can just like link Selene into Link Cross, get tokens, and then go into Trishula Fusion, and just like that you have some stuff. We're going to use the Alambertian, detaching all 4 materials in order to get a search for a Cursed Bamboo Sword. Really it's not that important. Next we'll go into a copy of Cross Sheep, and then we'll use Dark Calling, which can let us summon a monster that needs Dark Fusion as its material, in order to summon a copy of Malicious Bane. I'll just banish the materials right here. The materials are 1 Evil Hero and 1 level 5 or higher. That is why we needed our copy of Malicious, because that is the only level 5 or higher monster we have right now. So we're going to use Cross Sheep right here in order to summon a copy of a Summoner Monk. We're going to use Summoner Monk, discarding Polymerization, summoning Treasure Panda. This is kind of going to be our FTK card. Next we can go into a copy of Selene. Selene will go ahead, summon back our Summoner Monk, and then we are going to be going into Summoner Monk, summoning a Shadowpriestess of Ohm. This thing is basically Cannon Soldier, tribute a dark monster to inflict 800. It has to be specifically dark, so it's not as potent as Cannon Soldier, but it might as well be. We get to search for a Golden Bamboo Sword off our Cursed Bamboo Sword. And right here, what I'm going to do is very unoptimal. I'm going to be repeatedly summoning a what Treasure Panda does is you can banish 1 spell or trap to summon a normal monster from your deck. So I'm just going to repeatedly summon dark monsters from my deck in order to tribute enough monsters for my copy of Shadowpriestess of Ohm. That's a lot of dings you're hearing right there. So honestly, it doesn't really have to be like this. It doesn't really have to be like this, mainly because if you want, you can use your copy of Summoner Monk in order to discard this Golden Bamboo Sword, which is why I specifically chose another copy of Cursed Bamboo Sword. You can choose this Golden Bamboo Sword, send it in order to summon a copy of Planet Pathfinder after going into a 3rd Selene, and then with that Planet Pathfinder you can search a copy of Lair of Darkness. And then with Lair of Darkness, since everything is dark, you can just tribute off your Selene and Treasure Panda too. So you don't have to run as many vanillas right here. In this deck, I'm actually running 10. I only use, 9 of them, I think. So I had 1 more in my deck. Just very, very, not very consistent, as it's a 1.5 card combo. We do run cards like Magical Mallet, and to help with that, but it's a very fun combo to do nonetheless. It's just a very simple combo, just using Summoner Monk multiple times to get out Treasure Panda and our Shadowpriestess of Ohm. And since Treasure Panda can summon infinitely, as long as you have an infinite number of spells in your graveyard, you can just infinitely tribute off Shadowpriestess of Ohm. As I said, you do have a lot of extra tributes in the form of Malicious Bane, Summoner Monk, and Shadow Priestess herself. So you are able to just get the extra chunk of damage if you use something like an Upstart, if you're running that. I'm not running Upstart because you do run a ton of Garnets. The amount of Garnets you run isn't even funny. You're running Armageddon Knight Garnet, Vion is a Garnet, literally every single spell right here is a brick, Adusted Gold is a brick, Malicious, both Maliciouses are Garnets, Mizuki is a Garnet, Shadow Mist is a Garnet, Treasure Panda is a Garnet, Shadowpriestess of Ohm is a Garnet, all 10 of your vanillas are Garnets. There are just so many Garnets you are running. It's honestly just so funny. If you're able to win a duel with this, just email me a replay at my email if you're actually able to legit win a duel with this. If so, then I will award you a Nobel Prize. But before heading to the deck profile, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, as it really does help the channel a lot and motivates me to make more videos. And don't forget to join my Discord link in the description. So let's go to the deck profile now. Right here is the deck. You only need 7 monsters in the extra deck. You can put any number of other monsters you want, so that is nice. Honestly, this is actually a deck where I think you can play Extravagance, because then you can just play 3 of each of these, and then you're pretty fit. You can just run an Extravagance build if you like, although I don't know why you want to run an Extravagance build with like 20 Garnets in your deck. So for the deck, we run 1 copy of Armageddon Knight, 1 copy of Dark Grepher. In case you have the Armageddon Knight in your hand, then Dark Grepher basically does the same job as it. 2 copies of Malicious. You'd need the Malicious for your level 5 or higher monster, for your Malicious Bane. 1 copy of Shadow Mist. This is search your Adusted Gold, which searches your Dark Calling. 1 copy of Mizuki. This is just to revive a Shiranui Solitaire from your graveyard, which you tribute off for its own effect. 1 copy of Shadowpriestess of Ohm. This is just your main burn card. You just summon up Summoner Monk and then burn your opponent for 8k. 1 copy of Shiranui Solitaire. This is to summon Unizombie from your deck. 3 copies of Summoner Monk actually, because this is the main card you need for your combo. 1 copy of Treasure Panda. Treasure Panda can infinitely summon normal monsters from your deck as long as you have an infinite source of spells in your graveyard. 1 copy of Unizombie. Unizombie is just to send Mizuki to the graveyard, and it also increases level, so you can go into an Alambritine. 2 copies of Vision Hero Vion. The only reason why I run 2 is that it's not a half bad card to draw, so it's not really that big of a Garnet. So I do run 2. 3 copies of DD Trainer. DD Trainer is basically just level 1 Garnet. Level 1 Dark Monsters. You can pretty much run any amount of level 1 Dark Monsters. All of these, I run 10, so all of these are by choice. You only really need, I think, 7, because you have 3 other monsters to tribute for Shadowpriestess of Ohm. You have Summoner Monk, Malicious Bane, and your Shadowpriestess. So as long as you're able to keep at least 7 of those in your deck, you're pretty good. So maybe you can just cut like 1 of these normal monsters, for example. 1 copy of Broken Bamboo Sword, 2 copies of Cursed Bamboo Sword. They're mainly just for your Golden Bamboo Sword. 1 copy of DDR, 1 copy of Phoenix Blade, 1 copy of Hustle Dig. They're all just your equipped spells. 1 copy of Dark Calling to summon your Malicious Bane and trigger Cross Sheep. 3 copies of Golden Bamboo Sword. I guess it kind of helps consistency, and you have to pray that you hit a Magical Mallet somewhere there. Yep, you need 3 Golden Bamboo Swords. Main use is just as another spell discard for Summoner Monk. 1 copy of Living Fossil as a equip spell. 3 copies of Magical Mallet just to refresh your hand, and 1 copy of Poly to just search off your Vion. So that's the deck. It's an absolute troll FDK deck. If you're actually able to win a duel with this, do send me the replay using the link, using my email down below. And I've already told you to like and subscribe, so I guess I'll see you next time then. Goodbye.